Hello! Sorry, I'm into yell at you guys. Hope you guys are making your rooms and your beds and stuff. We can go double check on mine right now if you really want me to. Boom. Well, that bed's not really made, but as far as what I call a bed, it is made. This is for my suitcase. I have a little Sky Miles tag that I put on my suitcase. I got one for my backpack, and I was planning on switching my phone case out. And I changed my calendar to these bodacious babes. Also, I've had my blinds closed for a very long time, and I'm tired of sleeping in real late because my job doesn't really technically require me to be up at any specific time. So basically what I've fallen into is this really bad sleep schedule of staying up till like 4 in the morning. I'll probably work until about anywhere from midnight for early night to like probably 2 in the morning. And then I play Xbox for like another hour and a half, maybe even longer. Then I go to bed and wake up around 1, do the whole thing over again. But I kind of want to start waking up early and start really enjoying my day, especially because the days are very short here in Seattle. It's probably at pitch black around 4:35. So I feel like I'm only really awake for a few hours and stuff, and I think I'd be a lot more happy if I just woke up early, because a lot of the people I work with, my whole management team is based out east, so usually when I wake up and start talking to them, they've already they're almost done with their day, so it'd be more productive. Like I figured like my early 20s are going to be like a huge grind out time of me just working my ass off, and like I probably should treat it more intensively and wake up at a better time. Get the same amount of hours in, but have a better like relaxing night maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe if I wasn't making music and working until like 1 o'clock each night, I could probably have a pretty decent evening each night that consists of like maybe a good dinner and watching movies or playing Xbox earlier than I normally do. Also, Halo 4 comes out tomorrow. I'm pretty stoked. Let's go back into my office, which is a total mess. The next step of my thing, I gotta clean this office, but it's a total mess right now. This is a more important video than most of the other videos I uploaded the past few days, because although it is about being positive and kicking ass at life, because you guys are awesome, you guys just gotta be more awesome. Actually, someone just posted this literally on my Facebook like a few minutes ago. Something that couldn't go unnoticed, and then it was this. I thought that was pretty funny. I look pretty damn terrifying, but be a better person because you're awesome. Me. So yeah, I don't know. If you're down yourself, you have no reason to be. Everyone is awesome. I don't know your situation. That came out weird, but you know I meant good. So the EP is done. Now I might do a last minute EP name change, but as of now, it's called the Red EP. It's called the Red EP. I wanted to call it Red Filth, named it my mustache, but I didn't want to include the word filth in the EP, because I'm kind of hoping this EP does a little bit better than Redhead Loke, and it's actually complements Redhead Loke because they're so close together. My styles are still in a pretty crossover range, but I'm hoping it you know what I mean. Include the red for my Red Filth, and I don't know, kind of the Red EP. Make sure it's an EP. People don't know it's an album. It's more. This EP was mainly driven by a lot of success that the song Blue Milk had. It's also it's basically like a total reflection. It's like a post reaction from my side to Redhead Loke. I have pretty much all things I liked about Redhead Loke, but I did a little more to him. Like I'll just go song by song and I'll talk about it each time. The first song, called By Your Side. It's 175 beats per minute, or 150, and it is like almost an exact Blue Milk follow-up. It has a similar beat, similar vocal chop, but it's a different vocal. It's a lot more minimal than Blue Milk was too. You know what I mean? Need a little break. The only problem is the Blue Milk's intro was a lot catchier than this as far as that first beefy part. This one just has kind of like a like a cool listening thing. I guess the actual really beat comes where if you want to DJ this in your set, would come around right here. There's a big 808 line. It just kind of resonates. And there's a cool build, and then you get to the meat and potatoes. I just skipped the whole build. One of my favorite things to do is how much importance you can, or in space you can create with the snare. A lot of times in this EP you'll see that I will cut the bass right when the first snare hits, or I won't have any bass until the first snare hits. I think that's a very interesting concept. It works great for creating space. I use it a ton on this EP. Man, I'm trying to play it out of my freaking Dropbox in Serato, but Tyra Blue, who mastered Red Hat Loke, and just put out a banging album or EP under this name called Killbot, and it's his project with Sluggo and Jonathan Davis from Korn. But Tyra produced the whole thing, and the whole thing is super banging. He mastered Red Hat Loke too, so that's I just got these back from him like a few hours ago. The next track is called Carpfish, featuring. I made it with my good friend Ryle, whose real name is Zach, and Zach comes from. He's been around the EDM scene for a really long time now. He's been a part of it for a long time. He's pretty knowledgeable with hard house and hard dance music, although his most recent endeavors have all been bass music. His latest release is called Future Shock. It was out in Ultracore Recordings. Zach's a total homie of mine, probably a good friend of mine forever. And that's like the kind of people I really like collaborating with are friends, you know what I mean? People who I believe in, or people who I think are cool, you know what I mean? I don't think I would ever put someone on a song if I didn't really truly believe in what they were doing, or thought they're doing was really cool. Like, I would never put a random singer on my song to get like hits or something. I definitely have to be into them. And it's always good to stick with your homies, you know what I mean? Because your friends, when you're in your workplace, are your family. So Zach and anyone and like Tyler and stuff were like part of my my career family. So I try and help them out and be involved with them whenever I can. I think that's very important to developing yourself. If you're a struggling artist and you're trying to figure out ways to like kind of gain some ground and like kind of just, I guess, spread your roots a little bit, why don't you make some friends? You know what I mean? If you can make some friends, no matter who they are or what level they're at, if you make some friends and kind of bounce you off each other, you guys are all gonna improve faster. And if you guys all kind of like make some click, if one of you guys has some bit of a success, hopefully they start spreading it around. You know what I mean? It's all about helping people out. Well, that's why I look at it, because I don't know. But this song is called Carpfish. This song, I'm predicting, is going to be the big song from the EP. The last EP, I thought Don't Try and Test It was, and Blue Milk turned out to be it. And this, it's a contrast track. Basically, you have a half hard house, which is all made out of the 909 kit, and half trap style type of stuff, which is usually 100% 808 kit. You gotta get that reverse fist bump. Remember I talked about that like a few months ago? Now you see everybody doing that. Got some like hardstyle kicks in there. That's all Zach's doing. Pretty much the entire song up to like the drop is 100% Zach's sounds, Zach's material and stuff. Huge part of this track, so make sure to check him out. You know what I mean? It just got like that really mean aggressiveness. I'm hoping this is gonna be the popular song with DJs and whatnot. I hope this gets played out a lot. I'm gonna play it out a lot. I'm gonna play it for forever. I'm gonna play it for forever. Then basically after that, we got this song called Hellfire, which is a similar concept. It's a play on styles with the 909 808 contrast split, but instead of hard house, I went with hard style, and this is an original track. Right now it's called Hellfire. It might change before it comes out. I got about a day to decide. I got probably about 12 hours to decide on these songs if they're... Yeah, this is a badass song. I hope this song goes up great in the... Hold on, here it comes. You go old school solo Big Chocolate fans will remember stuff like this from like First Degree Revolution days, which is really old. I was doing that stuff when I was like 18. So yeah, I hope this song goes over great in the whole trap style community. I hope all these the new EDM trap style trap DJs play the hell out of this song. It's definitely an extreme song. It is not. It's like a banger in the regards to where like you wouldn't play the song unless it was popping. I will never play a song unless the party is really popping. You know what I mean? Or unless I'm really feeling it. Here's the drop. The synth in this song is so easy to make too. This stuff. It's such a chaotic sounding synth. You can have so much control over it with filtering and glides and stuff. Like this entire song is basically all the synth patterns are based off of glides and filtering patterns like this. It's like all filtering right there. It's just like pretty much one note held down. It's actually 3 notes to give it more voices. I can teach you how to make that synth though. I'll probably do it another day. I don't want to do it right now or go into it because this is about showcasing this music. The next song is and if you're all wondering why this stuff is all like trap style kind of stuff, don't worry. If you don't like this stuff, I have plenty of stuff that you'll dig. Like every release I'll do, it's gonna be well rounded, full of cool music that I think is fun to make, because that's what I care about. And I've been on a trap spring, and like I haven't really been filming a lot of Cam every day lately, so this is probably pretty new to you. I spent probably the last 2 weeks. I pretty much did this entire EP in like 2 weeks. I'm very proud of myself. I worked pretty damn hard on it. Came out great. But yeah, I just want to showcase it. This is a song that you old school guys will know as well. This is a remake from the album I'm Shot. It's called Silk Milk. It's a Silkworm remake, which is kind of an older, feel-good, kind of chilled out dubstep song I made back in like 2009. And it is just a contemporary version. This melody is pretty much 100% Sculptor with the Space Designer. Both are Logic only plugins. In the Space Designer has all these like weird pattern, like filtering weird things it does where it creates like rhythmatic things, and it's pretty much just that. It's crazy. This song I went for like kind of a hard dance feel as well. And the second drop mainly. That whole like reverse snare, I can teach you how to do that really easy too. In Logic, it's a Logic only reverb, but you have a buzz. Yeah, I'll break that song down as well. And then this is where you have the change in pace. This next song is called Macaroni Necklace. This is a drum and bass neurofunk inspired track song I made. Wait, that was not it. Macaroni Necklace. Used to be called Sound Right Boy. It's now called Macaroni Necklace because I got Greaves, my friend Ben, just to do some drop lines on this album. So a few of the little like vocals before the drop, Greaves did them like last minute in this room a while ago. It's kind of funny actually. But it's pretty cool. I actually made this back in 2009 as well, but it was not nearly like this. It's pretty much just a bunch of Omnicide and albino patches I made back in the day all at once, and I just kind of went through and picked what I liked and mixed it down a little better. Mixed down is still kind of shady. I probably would change a lot of things about it now, but you know, you just gotta release it. It's not gonna make the biggest difference in the world in the end. So I'm just gonna pass it along. Maybe I'll make another drum and bass song that will be everything I thought of neurofunk. But neurofunk's a very hard genre to make. The thing about this song is it for sure has that, you know what I mean? That swing. That step in it. I don't know, I hope you drum and bass guys really like that. I know drum and bass, especially neurofunk, isn't a really popular played genre here in the States. So if you do spin neurofunk, I don't know, I'd be honored if you play it. This next song is the quote-unquote like dubstep song on the album. It's called Smother. There's a rapper from the UK named Inja on it. I first heard Inja, I can't remember where I first heard him. I think it was I can't remember that guy's name. There's this dude that makes like the most ridiculously heavy dubstep. Tamba. He makes like crazy stuff. His productions are super mint too. His mixdowns are badass. And his I think his last EP, I don't know, I haven't really caught up with him in a while. I don't even know what that guy's working on right now. He had a feature of Inja, and Inja is like a mega UK, super cockney sounding. We've Skyped a few times, and sometimes I have a hard time understanding him just because the English accent, especially his, is like super Englishy, and I can't really understand you, Inja. But yeah, he's on this EP. Then my friend Getter, who's I don't know if you've been to Dex's tour, you've been exposed to Getter. He's the opening DJ. If not, you should check him out. His SoundCloud is pumped full of cool stuff. Basically, he did a track with Getter, and I was like, man, that dude is dope. You should link us up. And he just handed me over, and Inja and I just kind of been talking, and I was like, yeah, we need to do a track together, but we should hold off and tell us something cool. And I had this track that I made randomly. I have a clip of it on my SoundCloud. It's called Gargle Monster. That's like really clip. It was kind of when I first figured out the filtering technique I used to make the bass line. But the whole song, it's 172. The beginning is pretty 808 trap style hip hop inspired, but it has some cool drumming behind it. And Inja just murders it. It's Inja with an I, not with an N. So it's like you spell ninja, but just take out the N if you're confused on what I'm saying. My little congested, so it might be some confusion. But he just murdered it on the verse too, and he did it like I don't know if he struggled with it or not, but he was just like one day like, hey, check this out, what do you think? And I was like, damn, dude, it's sick. And he's like, cool. And then he went to the studio and recorded it. So it came out badass. The whole drop section is very experimental. The bass sounds are real vulgar and growly. There's not a whole lot to differentiate. It's all pretty much the same note. There's not a whole lot of melodic. There's a lot of cool drumming in it, tons of Superior in it. It's just a cool song. It's not an ideal club banger, an ideal song for DJs, but hey, that's cool with me. You guys know I'm not all about suiting the typical needs for it to get played out. But yeah, here it is. It's called Smother. Yeah. Smother, featuring Inja. Some say without gunplay, me I couldn't get a play when here in UK, but I couldn't give a fuck until he's the souffle. And I fight against the odds to show my true face. I'm Bruce Wayne, but the mask gonna keep. I know what he's saying now, but I remember the first time I heard this, I was like, man, dude, I can't understand what we're just saying. But I was still all about it. It's kind of like what's that stupid song I did? Spotson, you know what I mean? You can't understand what he's saying, we still like it. Like Gangnam Style. That song is huge in America, and no one knows any Korean. Or I'm sure tons of Americans know Korean, but you know what I'm saying. Alright, let's go to the drop. I have like a million different snares going on too, because I just don't care. We get to the cool drum fills. There it comes, I'm a Smother. That was the vocal that inspired the name of the song. This final song is called Talk Walk. I worked on this song probably about a month and a half ago on Ustream. If you were lucky to catch that, you saw some pretty big developments in this song. It starts off at 130 BPM, and then it goes up to 172. And this is like, sadly, this is the only guitar song that made it on the whole album, which is surprising because Redhead Loc is like half guitar songs. I'm also in a weird limbo period where I'm waiting for a new guitar. Lots of real drums. This song is a pretty good demonstration of a hybrid.
What's going on, man? Freestyle official, dude.
Up on the floor. I think it's a little upstream.
What's going on, man? Freestyle official, dude.
And then boom, atmosphere. Then it builds into 172, and it just becomes mega melodic. Hella melodic, guys. Hella melodic.
Close your eyes.
And then it drops again, but it's double timed. I don't know. That song probably took me the longest, just because it's kind of weird, and I changed it up a lot. And the sad thing is even though the song probably took the longest to make, it'll probably get the least amount of recognition on the whole album or EP. But I like the song. It was definitely good enough to release too. I hope you guys enjoy it too. And that wraps up the EP. So it's 7 songs. It'll be out this month, and you'll be able to hear it sooner than I think you are. But yeah, sorry, 23 minutes long. I just wanted to make a video showcasing the album because I haven't done that yet. You guys are usually very, very intimate when I'm creating this kind of stuff, and this is the first time that I've made music since doing Kim Every Day where I haven't given you guys sneak peeks all the way through. But I intend to make it up for you by reading your comments about what you want to find out how to do. If you heard anything in particular in this little quick demo, or if you hear anything particular when it actually comes out, you should definitely let me know, because I'm going to get way more eager to doing tutorials on very specific things versus just mindsets and stuff that I look at when I go into writing music. So, yeah, much love, everybody. I feel pretty good about, this is also a side note, but I feel pretty good about these past few videos I've been making. I've had some time to clear my head and not feel the pressure of Kim Every Day and pressure me to like go in and making new content and stuff just out of thin air. And now I feel a lot better about Kim Every Day, getting very personal with you guys again, getting intimate about health and living to be a better person. This isn't going to be some weird like health blog. It's just kind of mental health and how to be positive and how to treat everyday things. This is I want that, me bringing that forward in my personal struggles and whatnot, for you guys to feel comfortable enough to like come out and say Like, this helped me. Like, I'm in the same zone as you are, man. Like, everybody is in room for improvement. So everybody should be in that zone where they need improvement. Because everybody needs to improve constantly. That's the way humans can better themselves. It's always improving. There's always something you can do. There's always something more you can do. And when you have it all, you can have the total joy of doing whatever you want. But until then, which I don't think any of us are at that point where we have everything we want or whatever, we have a lot of work to do. So let's stick together, let's support each other, and let's all become better people. And I'm getting emails through and through. At the end of the day, me, you, and everybody else, the whole big group of you, we can all become better people and hopefully inspire the rest of the world to feel power in themselves and not. And like, cause when we do this, I'm looking for you guys for support and stuff, but I'm doing this myself. You know what I mean? When you guys go to improve your own lives, you're gonna be looking for support, and like, I'm here to give it to you. But in the end, you're gonna do it yourself, and that's what makes it better. That's what improving yourself is about doing it yourself. It's always good to get help and some insight and whatnot to talk about it, but when it comes down to it, you gotta pick up the phone yourself. You know what I mean? You gotta get off the couch yourself. You gotta start making things happen that you really want to see happen. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Like when all of us are growing up, we're pretty sheltered from the outside world. Your parents do a lot, or you do a lot, but you're still very sheltered. You have not a whole lot of experience being mega independent or really knowing what's good and what's bad. So, and I feel the same way. I don't know what's good or what's bad. I'm 22. I don't know what the hell's going on in the world. But I'm willing to admit ignorance, because but we're all ignorant, you know what I mean? Especially in your early 20s. There's so much pressure put on people who are in their early 20s or late teens or even their late 20s to be some success, you know what I mean? But in reality, like, a lot of us don't know what we're doing, and a lot of us are competing against each other when we could probably be sticking together and helping us all out in the long run. There's way too much competition, which is good. Like, the competition is great, but a lot of us, it discourages most of us when we see that much kind of competition. And when people and like a society expects so much out of this age group, your early 20s, to know what you're doing. But none of us know what we're doing. You know what I mean? We all have very little real life experience. So I'm here to share mine and kind of keep everyone based. I think remaining based is probably the most important thing. And I'm not talking like based God, like Lil B, but I am at the same time, because he tries to convey a very similar message of just being positive and stick together. Based means that you are grounded. You have your what are those called? Ideals, no, principles, and you stick to them, and this is what makes you you. And at the end of the day, no matter what happens, no matter who's in your life, no matter what you have for breakfast, no matter what state you're in, you are you. You remain based. You have your core principles that keep you together, and hopefully within time of all of us improving, those core principles can make you more happy than anything else ever. And then once you are happy and you are awesome, more awesome than you already are, we can start changing the world in a positive way. And I'm not talking musically or anything. I'm just talking like when I go to a coffee shop and I'm nice as hell to everybody, and people are nice back, it's awesome. You know what I mean? Someone's having a bad day and out of the groove, like, I get that. But like, in the future, we should all work to be supporting each other. You know what I mean? Vital times for people to find power in themselves and not power in something else or power in some greater organization. Like, for me personally, I don't find a lot of power in the music industry. The music industry is a very weird thing. We can have another chat about the industry if you guys are interested. But I think it's interesting once you really know. But like, the whole, I need power in my label. I need power in my team. My power comes from my team. My power comes from my label. My power comes from whatever industry standard. You don't need that. You should not be slave to your team. You know what I mean? I know plenty of acts who are total slaves to the game. They are at will to their label. Their managers and agents literally toss them around. I, however, have a great management team. I picked them out after a really long courtship process that we could probably talk about later. But they give a damn about me and what I'm going to be doing in 20 years, and I give a damn about them and what they're going to be doing in 20 years. And that's the kind of support we do with my team. Is we're very positive. We support each other. We're all friends, and that's what it should be about. We don't listen to a label either, which is nice. I don't have to sit around and change things about the Red EP because the label says that they need to hit this demographic harder. I don't need to do that. And it's coming to a time where you're not going to have to... No, labels are going to be out of fashion pretty soon. Like, look what Macklemore and Ryan Lewis just did. If you're not familiar with Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, you should probably go listen to their latest album, The Heist, on Spotify, out now, or pick it up on their whatever site they're selling it. Just look them up and figure out the music, whatever. But they released a #1 iTunes selling record. Their album charted #2 on the Billboard, and they did it themselves. I'm pretty sure that's like the closest it's come for a #1 independent release ever. Don't quote me on that. There might be someone who's done it before, but like, that's incredible. They sold I think it was 75,000 copies their first week, which is a huge number nowadays, and even a bigger number for independent artists. So I think it's very inspiring for me to know that people are actually changing the game on that level as well. So that's even more inspiration if you feel trapped musically or anywhere, and you feel like you're trapped by a greater system, the way the system works, you know what I mean, or whatever system you're in. If you're at an office job and you're being trapped by your position, let free, you know what I mean. If you think you can make a difference in whatever you're doing, then go for it. If you're working at let's say the show The Office, you know what I mean, let's say you're working that kind of setting, you work at a paper company. If you feel like you could be doing this and this and this with paper, but your job title says this and everybody else says this, and you're getting all this work, I think you should take some kind of stand and be like, look, I think this could really help our company, or stuff like that. Like, you should just start cutting down all those lines, and if you feel really passionate about something and then you could change something and you feel pressured by the system, feel free to break that system and make it happen. Because I think that's what humans have always been known for, is having individuals come through and change the game. And at the end of the day, we're just a giant planet of individuals. So yeah, more power to you. Sorry about the extra rant at the end. I'm going to try and keep this big positivity kick at all time full. I think I need it. I think we need it. I think you need it. I think everybody needs it. I think everybody needs a little more positive energy. You can never be too positive. Actually, you can. You can be annoying. And there's a fine line. But yeah, at the end of the day, have a great one. I'll see you guys tomorrow and every other day after that. Hope you enjoy the new EP. Details soon. Goodbye.